Hello everyone, Santier here with Final Fantasy XIII, and last time we walked along some junk hallways and caught up with Lightning. Fun fact, I had a friend in college who we called Lightning because he played with the magic card Lightning Angel. A lot of people got named after their cards. For example, there was somebody who's known as Valkyrie because he played with the Dark Arts Valkyrie all the time. Anyway, this was years ago. Oh, interesting. 2 succubi. I don't know what Heretic Dance does. I just know that they have, like, very little HP. So, they go down super quickly. That's definitely an important part of games like this, is figuring out what enemies are the ones that are the priority target. Cool. I did that one real well. Oh, I got some sturdy bones, too. Let's see. Actually, how are my crystal levels? Okay, Lightning's got a lot. Let's throw some this into people. Learned Overwhelm. I don't know what that does, but cool. We have that now. I don't know why you have to hit right bumper there to switch characters. I find that to be quite strange, but let's go ahead and fill out her Ravager stuff some. This way towards Spark Strike. Yay, minimally along that line. Let's see here. What am I doing with her? Probably filling out medic. Okay. Now is that everything in her medic line? Yes. Let's work on her saboteur skills, and then finally right, we're filling out his medic. Sounds good. Most of these are just like plus stats. It's an interesting way of trying to do this. I guess Daemons, Incubus, cool. Succubus, cool. I just wanted to get the exclamation point off of that. Like it's a reasonable way of doing what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, of doing like stat progression and stuff. It feels a little bit more interactive.
Just as I was getting used to things.
I like decoupling it from what am I trying to say? I like decoupling it from levels just because it creates variance in the progression rates and stuff, which is a little bit more interesting. But your mileage may vary on what you like in a game, so. This next round should take this thing out, right? Yeah.
Just need to get through here.
Here's where I should go this way. There might be items the other way. I think it'd be interesting to see what a speedrun
Guess running's
is.
out of the question.
Like. Oh, this is a. There we go. We'll see how things go here. These guys don't seem to do much in this staggering. But I want a medic here.
Thanks.
The thing is, the auto battle is generally pretty good, and I understand why they do it. because it is generally pretty good, but like
Change in the play.
if anybody's wondering, by the way, I swapped there because lightning deals lightning damage, which is stronger against these enemies, so she'd be able to get harder hits in. So, because I remember the mechs were weak to lightning damage. And of course, a character named Lightning deals lightning damage. Okay, well, since I've taken them out, yeah, that's what I thought. Anything? Oh, an Ember Ring. I bet that increases my resistance to fire damage. What do you want to... Did I take a look? Yep, resist fire plus 20%. That's an interesting question, actually. Does it mean that I will, like, say fire resist is some
Hurry up!
value that reduces the damage you take from fire? Does that mean I now resist 20% of fire damage that I take? Or an additional sort of amount? Or does it increase that, like, that base value by 20%? Those are, like, I would assume that it's like, okay, fire resist is a percentage, and this gives you 20 more additive into that percentage. But it could work differently, so...
What do you suppose that is?
Interesting to think about, like, what does this actually mean?
What is that?
Pulse armament.
I believe it's our next boss battle.
And that's bad for us, isn't it?
You have eyes, don't you?
Okay, so I do not want to start in the... Actually, I want to start with Libra. Dreadnought, eh? Doesn't fear anything. Okay, I want to switch to this medic set. Like, the thing is about the paradigm system, it's a really cool idea, but the fact is, at least at this stage of the game, and I don't know if this changes later, they change your party so much in terms of who's in it, like, automatically without you being able to kind of choose, that trying to set up specific paradigms is not terribly easy. Okay, so this guy reduces the damage he takes from all sources. We've actually done a pretty good amount of damage to him. But he didn't have any particular weaknesses, so at this point it's just a matter of trying to get his stats up. Ow. High enough to get the stagger. I'm gonna switch
Time
back
to pull the old switcheroo.
medic set. Like, most of the gameplay in terms of choosing what you're doing is not choosing your actions, maybe when you fire them, but it's mostly choosing your paradigm. Oh.
Thought we were goners. You all right?
There's hope.
Incoming.
So that was after we got the stagger that triggered it. So the stagger system definitely is good for cutscenes. Okay. So we still have the info on it. It has a huge amount of HP now. I'm gonna switch this up. But the thing is, like, it automatically makes paradigms, so making custom paradigms, which feels like a potentially significant part of the system, just doesn't quite work. Okay, we need to switch to diversity here. Simply because you it automatically has to change it so much that it just doesn't end up doing anything. Okay, so that has both the shell and... The thing is, this guy's probably balanced around those, so if you weren't applying those, he would be a lot bulkier. I don't know what Steam Clean does. So you're just going to get a lot of the auto-generated paradigms. It's just kind of what I'm getting at. And because most of the strategy in the game seems to be around paradigms, like that back is a little awkward. I'm hoping later in the game it does not do that as much, to where you can actually have a more consistent party and try to do things, but we shall see. This is a very long stagger, thankfully. I'm gonna need to switch to medic. Once the lightning's up, I can go back to raw tackling. But yeah, basically you choose what you're doing with the paradigm system. It's definitely an interesting one because it feels like instead of picking skills, you're picking paradigms that pick your skills. So it's an indirect and different way of picking them. That is more time is put into the planning phase for paradigms, or could be put into it, of like, okay, how do I want my party to be able to function? And you set that up in that paradigm phase. And then when you get to combat, you execute on that, but like you're not making individual skill choices in combat so much as you're picking paradigms in combat. Just because the game, like, if you've identified something, you're automatically... okay. Oh, that was enough to finish it. Cool. Wow, we came well in under that target time. But yeah, anyway, so paradigm system is definitely an interesting way of doing it, and what I like about it is it kind of, your configuration of what things you're able to do, you do outside of battle as kind of a pre-planning phase. The problem right now is that the way the game is set up, and I don't know if this is going to change later in the game or not, my impression is it's quite a long one. But the way that it's set up right now, you spend a lot of time... Ooh, Lenora's Garage, that sounds like it could be useful. Anyway, you spend a lot of time, or your party members are getting swapped out a lot, is what I'm trying to say, which makes it that way creating custom paradigms is not worth it because they're constantly getting tossed out. So at some point in time, hopefully there will be stability in my party and I can actually have more reliability in setting up custom paradigms and stuff. But oh, now Lightning can be a medic and Zaz can be commando. That's really useful.
Pulse is crawling with things like that, isn't it?
Got me. Not even the Corps has access to intel on Pulse. Soldiers in the field fight blind.
Yeah, I noticed that. But don't you need to know exactly what you're up against?
Target's a target.
You like to keep it simple, don't you?
I stick to my goal.
Hey, should back up.
As long as you have a goal, you can fight?
You can stay alive.
Okay. Ooh, upgrading equipment. Okay. You can upgrade weapons and accessories at salvage stations, at save stations, excuse me, using your Omni Kit and the various components you collect on your journey. First, approach a save station and press A to access it, then select Upgrade from the save station menu to access the workbench. Okay, this makes sense. This game has an unending set of mechanics and tutorials and stuff. It makes me wonder just how long it is when it has so many mechanics that it just keeps introducing like this, but we'll see. Okay, after choosing upgrades, select the weapon or accessory that you wish to improve. Next, you'll need to select the type of component you wish to use for the upgrade, as well as the quantity. The combined X value of the chosen components will then be applied to the target piece of equipment. After enough XP has been spent on a weapon or accessory, its level will increase, improving its abilities and attributes. Okay, So the way that upgrading stuff works is materials contribute towards the experience of the equipment you're upgrading. That, sure, why not? Certain components bestow a bonus to any exp spent on a piece of equipment. Okay. By utilizing these components, you'll be able to make more efficient upgrades. Likewise, some components reduce an item's exp bonus. Careful consideration is required when deciding which components to employ. Once a particular piece of equipment has reached its maximum potential, its level will be replaced by a star. At this point, no further level advancement is possible, but the item can be transformed into an entirely different one by means of specialized components. When this happens, both its name and properties will change. A newly transformed item may initially seem weaker than it did in its previous form, but unlike, like right here they're showing the Blaze Fire Saber star becoming a level 10 Flamberge and losing about half its stats. A newly transformed item may initially seem weaker than it did in its previous form, but unlike its fully upgraded predecessor, it will be eligible for level advancement. Through further upgrades, it can be made even more powerful than its earlier incarnation. Unwanted equipment can be scrapped for parts by selecting Dismantle. The equipment itself will be destroyed, but you will be able to salvage components, some of which can be obtained in no other way. There exist well over 100 different components. Sure, why not? They're pretty theoretically cheap to make. Obtain as many as possible and experiment with their effects in order to determine the most efficient and effective ways to customize your arsenal. Okay, so my data log updated. I imagine it is primarily about that. We have Pulse Automata, the Dreadnought. I wish these were 3D models that I could rotate, because that'd be really cool to be able to have an enemy gallery here. Other games have done that. Bloodstained, I believe, you could rotate and have an enemy gallery and stuff like that. That sort of thing's really cool, and I don't know why this game doesn't do that. It would have been a nice addition. Synthesized abilities. Okay, so what's this? Open the main menu by pressing Y and then select equipment, and you'll see a list of passive abilities along the right side of the screen. These are bonuses granted by equipped weapons and accessories. Certain combinations of equipment grant additional hidden bonuses that none of the items provide when equipped individually. These are known as synthesized abilities and are identifiable by a special icon, a sort of circle with a dot in the middle and an off-centered arc. Experiment with a variety of gear to discover which combinations produce the most beneficial results. This is going to be hard to do well, though, if I don't know that they're there. I'm going to have to kind of luck into them. That just sounds tedious. But then here's the thing we just saw on upgrading equipment. But I want to get it cleared from my thing. Okay, that gave us a good bit of CP. And this guy just got the commando role. Yes. So, while he has a bunch more he can learn from Ravager, and a few more in Synergist, I want to go into commando. Okay. Well, that didn't get us as far as I would have liked. She now has access to medic. Roll level. Oh, I see. I'm not sure what roll level does, so I'm kind of curious there. Her Saboteur can be further leveled up. This has a little bit more, though, so I'm going to... Man, I feel like a lot of these are taking a lot of CP. Horn Thunder, Fire, and made some progress towards water. Okay. That should be everybody. Now we will run up this hallway. This very long...
Looks like easy going.
It does. It is easy going. It's very loud, though. Clank, 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 clank.
I'm gonna scout ahead.
Okay, so let's look at this upgrade menu. So I can see... Okay, the check mark is whether or not it's equipped. So... This was 15, so this was... Yeah, okay. So I can put stuff into this. Sure, let's just give you all of these fangs. Future upgrades will receive 100% X bonus. Cool. Strange fluid. Yeah. I don't know. Some chipped fangs. Okay, so that increased its stats some. And now receives a bigger bonus to upgrade stuff. Cool. This pearl wing staff I could upgrade with this begrimed claw, perhaps. It gives a little bit of a bonus. I don't know how you know if something's gonna... Sure, have a digital circuit. A little bit more strength, a bunch more magic. Oh, that's just so close to the next level, though. I might as well. Let's see, that'll get it there. I can upgrade his duelers. Tears of Frustration seem appropriate for him. That seems like something he has a lot of. I don't know. I'm just kind of upgrading stuff. I don't know what's even good choices here. Okay, well, we'll call that good on his stuff for now. I don't know if I made good choices or bad choices, but I do know I'm going to save them. 'Cause that's what we do around here. We save. Oh, we got something new going on here.
Not much of a future for us, huh?
Hard to picture a happy ending.
We don't even know where to go.
I do.
Huh?
There.
Eden? The Sanctum Seat of Power. Oh, that's a great idea. Just charge right in there. Give him a taste of Lassie terror. You're serious?
Keep running. It's die or turn Seath. There's no place for Lassie to hide. No. They want to fight. Let's take it to the Sanctum's door.
This isn't a game.
No. That's for damn sure. Started with Sarah. The Fal'Cie took her. Now I'm a Lassie too. And the Sanctum's hunting me, an enemy of the state. But who's pulling their strings? A Fal'Cie. Eden. Cocoon's sustainer and guiding light. It probably ordered the purge too. Pulse and Sanctum Fal'Cie, they're all the same. And we're all the same to them. Expendable. I'm not dying a Fal'Cie slave.
So, what are you gonna do?
Destroy it.
By yourself? Are you crazy? Say you pull it off. What's that get you? Satisfaction? Something happens to Eden, it's lights out Cocoon. You want that? You're a post-Lassie now, so you just want to snuff out Cocoon.
No! What about Sarah? She said to save Cocoon. It might even be our focus to make sure Cocoon's...
Our focus doesn't matter. I don't take orders from Fal'Cie. How I live is up to me.
Don't you mean how you die?
Think like that, and it's already over. Better to pick your path and keep moving. Don't worry. I'm after the Sanctum. I'm not out to destroy the world. If it did come to that, wonder if our hero'd try to stop me.
You want to fight Snow now? Just like that and your enemies?
Next time we meet, we might be too.
When the fear sank in, it tore us all apart. Lightning was suffering, reaching out to us, but none of us could see it.
Snow deserves it.
If only I'd been stronger, none of this ever would have happened. I don't know what I should do.
That makes two of us. Whoa!
Hey, you're taking care of me.
Well, it won't be if you keep pushing me like that.
Wait for me! I'm going with you.
I can't babysit you anymore.
I can fight. I'm not afraid.
Well, time to prove it.
Great. A SciComm hit squad.
I don't know which one of these I should target first. These guys aren't especially tough. Do I have any... Okay, the Gunner C. Sure. Are there any other enemies that are unknown? No. These guys are all known now. So let's just attack them. That one in the back seems like I should be taking it down. You. That'll work. Hey, Phoenix down. That's some nice loot.
Not bad.
Really? Thanks.
What's she seeing? And why is this whole story kind of presented as if it was Vanille telling it in retrospect? I wonder.
Uh-oh. Army's out to play.
What now?
What now? I mean, we could stay here, but shouldn't we...
Run?
Huh?
We should run. If we rush in now, we'll just get in her way.
You know, you're right. I guess. I mean, it's not like Lightning needs any help.
The real question is she wearing that bead thing
There'll be
to...
more soldiers. We should keep moving. Lightning? Are you worried about the others? I'm sure they got away okay.
So can you if you leave now. With me, it'll be fight after fight. I don't know how it'll end. It's anybody's guess.
I know that. But I need to be stronger. Lightning,
Call me Light.
what's the plan from here?
Through the Gapra Whitewood to Palampolum. We'll find transport to Eden.
I live in Palampolum. I can show you all the shortcuts.
No side trips.
No need. I don't think Lassie are welcome at home.
Probably not. Anyway, as I was saying, I wonder if Vanille's beads are to hide the presence of her belly button or to hide the lack of a belly button. I expect that to go differently. Okay, Eden or bust. Lightning makes a decision. The Pulse Fal'Cie transformed her and Sarah into Lassie. The Sanctum Fal'Cie, Eden, directs the army hunting her down. Pulse or Sanctum Fal'Cie means one thing to Lightning, an enemy responsible for ruining their lives. A clear-cut enemy is something she can deal with. Having a target is something she can understand. The former soldier means to infiltrate the Sanctum capital and take out the Fal'Cie Eden. She knows her plan is reckless, it could be disastrous for Cocoon, and flies in the face of Sarah's last wish. It could even end in battle against Snow, who will do anything to save Cocoon, but it is the only path that will satisfy her rage. He doesn't seem very ragey, but okay. Saz and Vanille oppose her idea, but Hope embraces the opportunity. This is his chance to grow stronger and finally confront Snow. Lightning is done running away. Now she runs forward, her mind set on toppling the Sanctum, but even Lightning cannot foresee how this journey will end. As if she has some sort of predictive powers traditionally, that would suddenly... I don't know. Palampolum, Hope's hometown, Palampolum, is one of the biggest cities of Cocoon. Retail stores line the streets, a rarity in a society where online purchases are the norm. With the goal of... I guess that makes sense, seeing that we do online purchasing through the save points. With the goal of promoting their hands-on approach to commerce as a tourist attraction, the local government actively encourages businesses to set up shop in Palampolum. Interesting. Eden. This city, Cocoon's capital, shares its name with its Fal'Cie patron. Is that kind of the thing in the upper left quadrant of the picture? That's all curvy and stuff, I wonder? Host to the world's centers of culture and government, it functions as the heart of human society on Cocoon. At the city's core rises the monumental Eden Hall, seat of the Sanctum's administration. The Fal'Cie Eden dwells deep within the structure's interior. Alrighty, and I guess we got some new core gunman. Okay, not to be confused with the Psycom, I guess. Just this guy. Weak to fire and ice. Resists lightning damage. Okay. Let's charge ahead. All the way ahead to the save point over here, where we're going to need to call it for today. So, once I finish saving here, get to a spot.
Something?
No, just a nice skybox. Anyway, until next time, everyone.
Need to get something off your chest?
Take care. Goodbye.